Oh,
Is he frozen?
He's moving.
No way.
he's
What?
just being
Well, no,
stupid.
because the intro was lagging. That's how I said that.
Right. No, it wasn't lagging. It's just me that, as always, press the wrong button and the wrong intro. I put the outro actually. But hello, guys, and welcome to another episode of Between Collectors. And as you can see, we have a full panel tonight. We're still waiting for Easy Company Collectibles. We don't know where he is, but hopefully he will be here at some point tonight. And I want to introduce my panel tonight. We have Mr. Fabio from FABSFIGURES.
What's up, everybody? Thank you for the invite as usual. Love being here. Anthony, I love you.
Love you too, Fabio.
That's nice. We have my friend Julius Johnson Joel, who's going to have a live stream right after this. So, Mr. Third Party Reviews, what's up, my friend?
Hi, thank you for having me. It's quite early over here. I'm still not completely wake up. I still need one coffee more, but everything's fine. I don't know who's lagging, if it's you or it's me, but it seems that the stream is a bit...
Well, when you spam the panel, that's what happens.
Yeah,
I'm not even sub to him.
Yeah, I don't know. It shouldn't be lagging. Oh, it is lagging. I don't know.
I'm so confused right now.
I'm so confused. Yeah.
So it's like, just now I thought maybe I'm still sleeping because the Jedi Knight's watch, your display is there in the back, and is there those 7-inch, but this one 6 scale, right? But this the way that you that is so far
angled
looks, yeah, that's angled in a way that you.
It's actually really small. I can open the door right here.
Looks really great. Or maybe it's just a background that you print.
Maybe
don't get too used to it. That display is leaving tomorrow, so don't get too used to it.
Oh, it's a background picture.
Yeah. No, we have. I like displaying like that. Looks pretty clean. Looks very nice.
Nice. We have Anthony from Six Hill Mafia in the house. What's up, my friend?
Hello, my friend. Good to be here as always. How you guys doing?
Good. Is that the head sculpt, the Deadpool, zombie Deadpool head sculpt over there?
He always have the troopers in the disco.
Yeah, man. They're rocking. Ever since
the disco.
Oh, man.
Good catch. Ever since I picked him up, he's been my new my buddy on all my streams, man. And he moves with me wherever we go.
Because you keep rotating the figures, so it's interesting. It's not always the same one. No,
yeah. I'll always, I like to mix it up. It's always fun.
Nice.
And I was playing around with the short troopers. I got some more coming. Well, we said that in October, man. I was like, I'm getting like 8 of these things.
Damn.
And they're coming.
They are quite cheap right now, right?
Yeah.
How much they are now? 180. 100. I don't know.
Like 160, 180.
It's almost the same as the rescue year. The rescue is 180 now.
Yeah, insane.
Really? That cheap? Holy cow.
The rescue is 180.
What are we talking about right now? What is 180 and 160? What's happening?
Rescue hot toys.
And then
rescue hot toys.
$180 in China.
For diecast rescue?
Yeah, the rescue is 180.
Wow.
And doesn't sell. Doesn't sell. These short troopers, no, 160 now.
Yeah,
155 around.
Wait, where, Anthony?
TW?
In China.
Oh,
I think.
Not sideshow.
In China.
Not sideshow.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, what's happening?
Yeah, I'm pointing that way, like I know where the hell I'm pointing. I'm like, over
in
there.
China, like, dude.
Or down there, I don't know.
Whatever that is. But last but certainly not least, my friend Graham from the Jedi Knight's Watch in the house. What's up, my friend?
Howdy. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really tired. My commute for work today was 5.5 hours.
Holy cow.
Total of driving. So I'm beat, but I'm really looking forward to hanging out with you guys. So thank you so much for the invite.
No, man, you're welcome, man. Damn, that's a trooper right there. And of course, before I start, I have to say hi to the people in the chat, because without you guys, we will not be here for sure. 2K3.
You forgot to introduce one more person.
You forgot Anthony, right?
No,
He didn't introduce
he
you.
just you didn't introduce yourself.
I did. I said hi.
No.
It's okay. Continue with the topic.
He's
Catherine
popular.
in the
He
house.
doesn't need...
I know. Catherine in the house. What's up, my friend? Chris K, member of the channel. Evening, all great panel tonight. Metamorphy Custom Desi. Good evening. In my best Dracula voice. Oh my god. Maniac UK. Good evening, my friend. Bad Boy for Life. Ready for the party and Hot Toys. I'm running out of money, man. You're not the only one. So don't be afraid. You're not the only one. Fat Batman's Collecting Nightmare. What's up, everyone? Anthony in the house. Graham in the house. The Thor 2941. Greetings, all. 6-scale pattern one. Have Hot Toys dropped the Joker 3.0 yet? If you guys follow my membership stream, we spoke about that. We have can somebody pronounce this name because I don't want to mess it up.
Hugh.
What's up, everyone? How you doing, my friend? I'm undecided on what Queen Studio Joker, guys. We're gonna talk about that because I got a lot of comments for the past few days since actually the drop of the pictures of people asking me, what should I do? Should I get this one? Should I get that one? I said it publicly that I wanted to get the rooted hair, but I changed my mind, and I'm gonna tell you why. The Thor 2941. Let's smash the like button, folks. Yes, please. Caring. Liking is caring, sharing is caring. I'll probably just get this started. Standard. Sorry. I just have older POs, and then I'm heading to Star Wars Celebration, and I'm already hearing my wallet crying. Yeah. Canoe 10. What's up, Dante and crew? What's up, my friend? Another member of the channel. Dennis Perez. Hi, guys. How you doing? I think you're new here, man. What's up? Welcome in. Let's see. JC. Woohoo! Yes, we're here. Ashley Chase. What's up, everyone? Diecast Fly. What up, fellas? How you doing, my friend? Doug's Mizzle. Hello, everyone. Uncommon Flex. Let's go. Great panel. Thank you. Talkinator. What's up, my friends? Hope everyone is doing okay. Yeah, we're doing well. Tired, but we're here. Ro Moreno. Love the Turtles cap. Oh yeah, that looks the Ninja Turtles that Graham has.
Gotta rock the turtles, man.
It's Popsick. What's going on, boys? Joe P in the house. DT Armand. Primetime reviews. Yo, what's up, my dudes? The Collector number 1. Hope everyone doing great. Thank you, my friend. And of course, hit the like button. Fabio from FABSFIGURES in the house. 6-scale Collector. Palmer Hopper. Andrew Wood. 6-scale separatist. Sorry. Hello, guys. And chat.
Therapist.
I need one of those, actually.
I actually thought that's a cool name.
That is pretty cool.
6-scale therapist.
I know, right?
That would be cool.
Do that.
That'd be a cool live, like 6-scale therapy.
That's
therapy.
a show right there.
Therapy.
Don't buy.
I know, right? Guys, let me tell you something. I have a problem. Man, I have every single figure, but I can buy food. Boop boop. Dietrich Prime. You guys kill me with the names. Super chat. Anthony Karavis with a $10 super chat, member of the channel. Thank you so much, my friend. Hey guys, what's up? Been a while. Amazing panel. Thank you. We have always a great panel here, man. Bishali. Hello. Can you talk about Moff Gideon today and remind Howard about its release in your Dear Howard Chan. We're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff because there's a lot of things coming this year. Again, this is not like rumors or anything like that. It's just pretty much scheduled to be released in the upcoming months. Unforeseen delays, obviously, but we're gonna talk about how to manage that because there's gonna be a lot coming. Ben S. Ding Dong. Hello. To Chase, do they exist? And everyone watching around the world. All right, guys. So let's start with this real quick because we have a lot of topics that I want to address today. So the first question is in Art Queen Studios 1/6 Joker, should you buy the rooted hair version or the one in between? The one in between is, so first of all, let's start with this. We have the standard version, which is the $246. We have the premium, which is a 2-pack sculpted hair, $718. And we have the Lux version 2-pack rooted hair for $1,096. Now, all these prices are based on Kitchen 1/6 kit. So if you want to go and order it, you still can. Go check out my Facebook group, 6 Skill Media. I put the link in the description below, so you can, join, and then you'll see the prices and, the link, so on. You get
this
it.
from where?
Now, 1/6 kit.
Okay.
Which, we were talking about the other day with the prices, and I think that's one of the best prices out there. And I kind of sometimes I choose reliability, and I know my friend Fabio bought from them before. So it is a trusted seller, right? I just kind of Fabio buys a lot. So all right.
I also got from them. I didn't listen the store name you mentioned.
Oh yeah, it's 1/6 kit, also known as Kitchen. Sorry, Julio. Next time I'll send you an email or a letter or a memo. Is that
a
good?
Memo. It's okay.
A memo. I'll send you a memo.
No, he said please email
Stay on topic.
This guy.
Wait, you see, Anthony was like,
no, I actually.
It's like, what?
Bad timing.
What am I doing here?
What the hell is going on here?
It's like, what are we doing here?
What am I doing here?
Man.
Oh man.
All right, so this is the story, guys. So the Joker, the 1/6 Joker. There's no surprise right there that the pictures came out nice. Queen Studio did a really good marketing in terms of going to different channels to do interviews and things like that. And also they dropped some videos, showcasing the figure. A couple takeaways. Number one is going to be both figures are going to be articulated ones. So there were some rumors that the one sitting on the cage is going to be limited articulation. That's already debunked it. So we're going to see that one. The cage is actually metal, and I really welcome that. Right. Then we have joints, magnetic joints, which is a good thing, if you ask me. I have some concerns about it in terms of posing. Again, the base is going to be magnetic. You're going to put the feet, and is the figure strong enough? And this is actually that Joao mentioned when we were talking the other day backstage. Is the body going to be designed?
Yeah, I asked this on maybe 300 live streams. I never got an answer.
You never get an answer. So that's one of the questions we have. I mean, maintenance, rooted hair, does that require maintenance? Those there's still some unanswered questions, right? So I'm gonna start with you, Joao, because we spoke about this many times. I know what you order, but I'm not gonna say it. I want you to say it. I mentioned it in previous live stream that I want to go all in with this one, but then I start doing my math. I'm a human being, I have priorities in life, so I needed to say, okay, what can I sacrifice in here? No, I'm not. I hate numbers. So I needed to say, okay, am I gonna spend the $300+ on the rooted hair, and then I have to compare options, right? So
and I made my decision. No.
So I came back and said, you know what? I'm gonna go with the premium, which is the one in the middle, right? The 2-pack, but sculpted hair. Should we buy
the naming is quite strange. They call premium the medium one and call deluxe the one that should be the premium one. It's confusing the naming. Yeah, but I went with the rooted hair actually. Also because of the price, because the price I pay is different than the price you guys pay, because I don't need to pay shipping. Totally, the rooted hair went for around $880, so I think it's quite a good price for the 2-pack rooted hair. I understand your concerns, because some people really they don't like the rooted hair, and if it goes wrong, then it can be a problem. And we are all diving deep into a company that didn't release any 1/6 scale until now, and this is the fact. We can have statues from them. The statues can look pretty good, but they are different materials. We are betting without knowing what we're gonna get, but we can only hope that Viper and the Queen Studios team will release a good figure. Like I mentioned before in earlier streams, I have the Joker that Viper did before. Viper once did a Joker with a rooted hair when he joined a unlicensed company. They did a limited edition Joker, and that one was already pretty good for that time. We are talking about 2018. So I'm sure he improved, and the quarter scale, the artist edition that they did was rooted by him, and also was he that overwatch all the head sculpt. And I think they based the Joker a lot on that quarter scale that they launched just now. Even the posing, the way they did the hair, the head sculpt is based on the quarter scale. So I'm confident we will get. They will not disappoint us, but we can only see when it's released and when we have it in hands. And that's it.
No, you actually brought a really good point. The first point you made is, obviously in China where you are is much cheaper to buy directly, so the price is not as much as here, right? Yes, $50 more makes actually $100-something
it's not
more.
50. It's not 50. It's compare 1096 with 880.
$200 difference.
It's $200 different.
Right. So that can make the difference. So I think if the price wouldn't be in that range, I would definitely pull the trigger. But then when I compare it and I said 1,200 or 1,196 or 1,100, just put it that way.
Let me just add one thing, because I've been seeing on Facebook and YouTube many people saying that this is the end of Hot Toys. Hot Toys is done. It's impossible to say that. You are talking about a company that is to release yet their first 1/6 scale. Right. And the problem with the delays, if you collect Queen Studios has a lot of delays on their statues.
Every single one.
And that's the fact. It's a fact. They also delay. Every company delays with in the world that we live now, that is completely different than it was 2 years ago. Any company will suffer from delays, and it's not their fault. They want to, even Hot Toys, they want to deliver as fast as possible. Is on their interest to have figures released, to get going, releasing new ones. Queen Studios is the same with Joker, because I think should be one of the most popular 1/6 scale figures, because the pre-orders for this one are through the roof. I know at least in China they already got at least 6,000 in the first 2 days. 6,000 Jokers, it's a lot. So I think most of the collectors community are really believing that they will deliver a good figure, and we all hope they do, because if they don't, it's a bad start for them.
Right, but you make a good point, because it's about pricing, right? So you bought it because the price is right for you. It's not too crazy. It's not like $1,000, $1,100, right? Also, the fact that they do statues, right? And this is the first time they're doing 1/6 scale figures, so there's always a risk. I always see that, like, especially with a new company, despite of who it is, we haven't seen the final product yet. The product looks fantastic. We need to see until we see the final product. Rooted hair looks really good, and let me tell you, I was until the very last moment still very undecided, because I really like the rooted hair.
You still have 3 hours to decide. In
but
3 hours,
I already made my mind. I'm not gonna get it. Even if it comes perfect, I'm still not gonna get it. Just because if I wait, now if you tell me that I'm gonna pay $300 more and I'm gonna have rooted hair and something extra, even an accessory or two, I probably would have pulled the trigger. But because it is exactly the same thing as the deluxe, as the premium with this packages, as the one in the middle, right? Everything else is the same. Accessories, bases, diorama, whatever, the same. Only the difference is rooted hair. I couldn't justify the $300 more.
There are two differences. It's the rooted hair, and you will have it in hands this year. The sculpted version will go out next year.
Oh, that's the difference. Okay, so that's good.
Only the rooted air will be released in the end of this year. The other versions they will launch afterwards.
Okay.
It's quite strange, but they did the same with a quarter scale. They launched first the artist edition, the rooted air, and the ones that ordered the sculpted one, they will need to wait for by the end of the year or something like that.
Good point, Fabio. What do you think? I know you're gonna get one, but rooted hair or sculpted?
Like I've said before, I'm not crazy about rooted. I don't own anything rooted. I've never purchased anything rooted. It is what it is. If it looks cool, I don't, take away from that at all. Obviously, if you get rooted, it's gonna look better than sculpted. But I went with the double pack sculpted just because it doesn't do anything for me. The rooted, you have to maintain it. There's maintenance required. You got to pay attention. You got to play with it.
It's a safer bet. The sculpt.
Yeah, I don't play with, once I get my figures, they go on the shelf. That's it. So I don't plan on spending all this money to have it get ruined in the case. So, to me it makes sense. The money wise makes sense. Maintenance wise makes sense. So that's what I chose to go with. I would never, go, even if it was a limited amount of rooted, hair figures that they were making, doesn't do anything for me. I don't, hype shop. So, that's my opinion on that.
No, the good points as well, Anthony. If you have the option now, I mean, obviously money plays a big factor because, the fact that the rooted hair is almost 1100. And the middle one, the premium one, is $718. So there's a difference right there.
Mm-hmm.
Which one do you prefer and why?
Well, I purchased the rooted version already, but
the rooted,
yeah, that's the one I'm going for. That's the one I prefer. If everything comes out as smoothly as we're hoping, right? Then I would think that's the one I want. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So I think the best bang for the buck, though, is the middle one. Because everything's basically the same. You're still getting that real wood and metal. That prison base is awesome. You're getting everything, like you had already mentioned. The difference is sculpted hair, rooted hair. I think the set looks amazing. My concern is this. As Fabio just mentioned about hype, I think a lot of people are going to jump the gun, pick up the $1,200 version, right? Pick up this rooted version, maybe overseas, right? They order, $96, $100 down, and they think, okay, $100 right now is no big deal. But then, what happens towards the end? I'm curious how many people are going to stay committed to it, right? Because that should be a concern because all these companies are purchasing these, right? They're putting their money up front. So it's interesting to see like how, how you'd mentioned as well with the rooted that, it's a 3-day window right now. Yes. But you know what I mean? What happens when a ton of people maybe back out, maybe not all those numbers go, then I see this rooted 2-pack to be available even then, you know what I mean? Cause not everybody, I don't believe everybody's 100% going to buy it. Some people just back out. It happens. So I'm curious to see.
Especially if Hot Toys decides to release one themselves.
Yeah, and that's a very likely possibility because
Anthony, but remember that if you pre-order the rooted version, I think all stores they mention that the deposit is non-refundable. You cannot cancel their
100%. But some people will they'll shrug off the $100 a year from now and be like,
it's 100. I don't know how much the deposit is. 100.
96.
Well, depending on where you went, yeah. Like the cheapest was like 96 or something. So, I know some people would just do that a year later. Because here's another example, and I don't think this is going to happen. But because, like we said, we don't know. This is their first venture into 6 scale. Yes, their artists have had experience in doing it. But as a company, that's their first venture. And we all know that when it is released, it will be released in China first. Just like everything else. So people will see it. And what if it's not up to their standard? They're like, oh, and they may be like, whatever, I'll just lose the deposit. I don't want to get it. Or Hot Toys drops another Joker for $400 that's rooted. just to do it, and everybody's like, "Well, I've been with Hot Toys forever."
Yeah, that's another thing that it might happen, but they have to do it right. But
No,
before
but
we
then
go
you
with
have a
Graham,
problem. If Hot Toys launch a rooted version, single one, even if you lose your $100 from the deposit, you will still spend less than you would spend if you buy the Queen Studios one, because Hot Toys will not price it at $900.
right?
No, yeah, no, they won't. But I think
so
that's
that's a
just
problem.
something to throw a wrench in there to be like, hey, here's one for you, a single rooted version from us, from Hot Toys at, $400-ish. Granted, this is going to
From
be
your
another
old
year and a half
friends.
wait. Right, from your old friends,
Yeah.
That's something that I would likely think that they would do.
Yeah, but I'm
So
not.
we
I'm
just
not
don't know.
sure. I'm not sure if Hatters is gonna do a rooted hair. But before I go with Graham, I want to say hi to a professor in the house. He said, "Isn't there an extra accessory for the rooted set?" I don't think there's
Handcuffs. There's handcuffs.
just handcuffs. Not enough.
Handcuffs. And if you buy, because I bought the look set, I got two, one from Kit, one from Queen Studios. Queen Studios one, they offer for, if you pre-order it within 24 hours, you got a Joker card, a golden Joker card.
Oh wow!
Made with gold.
Oh no! Oh nice. No, well, for that price. Graham, what are your thoughts, my friend? Are you? I mean, I'm not sure if you're gonna get one, but if you have the option to choose between the sculpted or the rooted hair, which one will you take and why?
Yeah, I still haven't decided which route I'm going with. Obviously, the rooted hair, like Joao said, ends pretty soon, so I am probably going to be out on that one, just because the price point is just too high for me to justify getting the rooted hair. I do think from the prototype pictures that it does look superior, but I do think that the sculpted hair actually looks pretty good too, especially when you're comparing the photos with the whole set there in front and you go back and forth. I'm thinking if you're like 4 or 5 feet away and looking at it in your display, I don't think you're going to really tell the difference anyway.
You will not notice.
So for me, rooted hair is out. It's just, I'm kind of laying back. It's funny because how we all just tend to live in the moment here and we forget who Hot Toys is. And we talked about on my stream last night too, just like, if you think Hot Toys doesn't know what's going on or isn't thinking about releasing a 3.0 or something to combat this, I think it's almost 100%. They're already working on all the Batman reissues, the Tumbler, the Bat Pod, Catwoman, DX19. Joker is the biggest DC villain. I can't believe that they wouldn't reissue a 3.0 Joker, especially now that Queen Studios is giving us this. So I might wait a little bit longer. I'm in no rush. Maybe just see if Hot Toys announces something in the next few weeks. If they don't, then I'm just kind of toying around with maybe getting the deluxe sculpted hair, just because they just that the second figure with the base in the jail cell looks really cool. You have the real hardwood, like you said, you got the metal bars. And again, too, with the rooted hair, it's just the price point to get the same two figures. I know the head sculpts are a little bit different, but like the same two figures in a 2-pack, for me, I just don't know if I need that for the price point. I mean, I still have
they
the
are
DX...
different sculpts, though.
Right, that's what I said.
Yeah,
they're different head sculpts, but
that's at least nice.
But it's the same figure. Like, do I need two of the same figure for $1,000? Especially when I have the DX11. Maybe I sell the DX11. I don't know, but I'm kind of undecided right now. I'm kind of just laying back and waiting. Maybe I've watched too much Denobi live streams lately, and I'm just kind of like pumping the brakes a little bit. I think Queen Studios will knock this out of the park, because I think, like Joao said, they have to, because this is their entry into the 6 scale. So if they flop here, they might as well just count themselves out, because Hot Toys is still king, in my opinion. So this is going to be the way that they at least get their foot in the door.
Right, and that's the reason why I decided to not go with rooted hair. Not because it's horrible; it's really nice. I mean, I think it looks amazing.
Can you
but
push
the price...
a comment from Metamorphic Customs? He was talking about the Viper head sculpt. that was quite interesting. The comment he did.
So if the Viper Joker Joao was mass produced, it's not custom. It's an unlicensed
Exactly.
figure. That gives me
was
hope that Viper knows how to manage the mass production line QC and not just handmade customs.
You
Right.
see the head sculpt here. This was the first one done by Viper. And what do you think of this? This is rooted. This was the first one he did.
It looks like my aunt after drinks.
This was the first one he did. This back in 2018.
But now I'm assuming that if you wet the hair, play with the hair, it's going to look amazing. Because right now it looks like it's crazy.
But you need to because at 2018 maybe the hair they used was not the same they are using now. But because this hair dries up very fast.
Mm-hmm.
This hair dries up very fast, and
what do you think kind of hair
gets
they're
messed
using
up.
Now? Pubes? Like, what
Of course it's different. No,
It's
it's different.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
different than
like
before.
organic, you know.
It's different.
It's a special wax they have to use for this, you know. But this is the thing, like maintenance. I don't know nothing about rooted hair, so maybe I'm talking out of my ass. I don't know, but you know, I'm thinking that some type of maintenance has to be done, or they're gonna put something that is gonna keep the hair like a bit like with a wet look. I don't know. Again, I'm not an expert in that, so I can't really say much. But I just couldn't, you know, when I saw that and I saw what is being offered between the premium and the deluxe, I said, okay, it's $300+ difference. Let's be realistic. The chances that, I mean, Hatos is definitely going to come with a 3.0 at one point. It's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
The question is
but
when.
Just let me
right?
ask you a question. Are you really clear about the? Are you really clear about the articulation of this Joker? Because I'm very honest, I'm not clear about the articulation. I don't know what articulation he has. In the video they did, they show me a statue in 1/6 scale. It's what they show me.
Well, because that's how showcase their figures. But I mean, if it's a 1/6 scale figure, it has to have articulation.
But how much of a pain will it be if you're?
That's the thing. That's what he's asking. We're assuming that that's what we're getting because that's what we're supposed to get. But we haven't been shown anything, is I think what he's trying to say.
Maybe it'll be limited because you are going to have some of the forearms that are magnetized at the elbow joint. So maybe when you're trying to bend it, you're going to be like popping it off, or who knows?
That could be, or maybe
what I've been hearing here from most people here, they are saying that the articulation will be 0 to none because they did the outfit to fit that body. The outfit will be completely tight, so it will always look good. So you will not have a lot of articulation to do with him.
Yeah, but think about it. I mean, you're not gonna do a Spider-Man pose with the Joker, right? It's always either standing or
I will not for sure.
Or sit down.
I will not for sure. But you know that when you do reviews, many people ask, "How about articulation?" They want you to check the double joints, to check the arms, to check everything. They want
because you need to
open
see
the
how
legs,
much you can pull.
open the legs, to do everything. And I think for this Joker, I accept the any pose that they show us. The poses look great. I think you don't need any other pose.
No, but
it's
also
good to know how about articulation. It was good to know.
So what you're saying is that my figures are going to look amazing?
Amazing, because you
those museum poses? Yes.
And guess what? We're 140 people watching, guys. Hit the like button, please. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I want to say hi to my boy Ray from Howard Stories. What's up, gentlemen? What's up, my friend? If you're looking for figures, check him out. I put the link in the description below as well. He has a bunch of really cool collectibles, and I think Graham buys from him a lot too.
Oh yeah.
So we have some, so we can vouch for him. Blackbird Tech, what's up, my friend? Hey, hello, everyone. Trexler, historical art. Quinn Studio has a long way to go for the crown. Agreed. But also want to talk about this comment here that Uncommon Flex said. Why does Quinn Studios jumping into the 1/6 scale have to mean the end of Hot Toys? They can coexist with each other, compete, and make each other better. Of course. And also there's two differences. Quinn Studios doesn't have the license to sell in the US, right? But you can buy from other means. You can buy it from other sellers overseas. You can get it. But they don't have the license. So if anything goes wrong with your figure, you need to rely on whoever you buy them from. But if
And
it's
Queen
like, if
Studios
it's
was very clear about that, because there was at least 2 stores that asked Queen Studios, can you please give us the art box size and the weight, because we need to check how to ship overseas. Queen Studios said, this is a shiny release. It's not to send to overseas. We will not give you the box size. They are
right,
very clear about
so
that, even to the stores.
right,
So that
right.
means they're gonna bubble wrap them very well. That's awesome.
they're gonna put some paper and send it to you. but yeah, I mean, I think what's gonna happen is that other companies that do statues gonna start going the 1/6 route, because obviously there's a market for it, right? There's a market for everything pretty much, and competition is good, I think, because you have more options, especially if a company decides not to do certain characters and the other ones does them, especially if those are licensed characters.
As some will enter, some will fall.
Yeah,
What
some
will happen
will,
with Asmus, for example?
yeah.
Asmus will be in a bad position because of Lord of the Rings.
Look, Lou in the house. What's up, my friend? What's
Bad.
popping, people? Professor Anthony Spec is offering a bonus part until later tonight for the rooted set. Ooh. Hit the like button, guys.
Don't know what
140
it
people
is yet,
watching.
though.
Yeah, I know what that is.
Mm.
Bob Dylan, I get in my car, I spend the gas, I sit and drive through. Do you want to supersize that? Yeah, I do. Always go to the Lux. Yeah, again, this is not me telling you guys don't buy the rooted hair. This is not like that. I'm just sharing why me personally decide not to go with the rooted hair, despite being amazing, because it is really good. And I mean, Joao knows, Fabio knows that I was this close to get that one, but I said, you know what, 300 plus hurts. It
So
hurts.
funny, Fabs. What's going on up there?
This
His-
guy.
This guy, really, it's impossible.
Oh, I see why. I see what's funny.
Oh,
Oh, I see. That's freaking guys. But anyway, so yeah, hopefully, when we see the final product of the Joker, we're gonna be happy about it. I really hope there's no issues.
You will not,
But-
because normally it's always those potato photos that appear from Chinese collectors that everyone goes crazy. What's this? Seems they took a photo with a Nokia from 20 years ago.
Yeah, I know. So I mean, I really hope, and another reason why I decided to go with the middle one is because the risk is less. I can live without. I can lose $50 or $60, whatever deposit was. I did. It was 65, but I can cancel it if I see that this is not what I want. I'm not losing everything. Yes, it's still a risk. But again, the fact is that this is a new company doing 1/6 scale figures, right? And yes, they show a really nice prototype, a really nice figure with different options. But again, my concern, besides the maintenance of the rooted hair, if any, is the posing, right? How much the base or the ankles of the figure, and you mentioned this when we spoke the other day, is going to be able to hold the weight, to hold the different poses, because I'm assuming that it's going to be only one spot where you can put the feet to, or the whole thing is going to be magnetic. We don't know that.
I don't think so. There should be 2 points that will have the magnetic part. You know that caustic plastic already did this. They did this, the magnetic base with the magnetic shoes. They did this, I think, is with the Bud Spencer figure, and their ankles. The ankles were really strong, and they did mention that because of the ankles will support all the body. So it's
Right.
it's quite important, that part.
Right, and also think about this, right? Because they're going to be using magnetic, joints. Oh, or sorry, not joints. The hands magnetic, the arms magnetic, the base is magnetic. The body has to be customized, right? At one point, it's not like a standard body that you could get mass produced, right? Or I'm sorry, a standard body like the Hato's bodies they use. This is a different one. This
No.
is unique for this particular figure. So the question is whether that particular body is going to be good. That's the questions that we have, and we will not know until we have it, and we will not know until they are later in the stage of production and they show us more stuff. You know, just if you like something, by all means you can get it. We're just giving our opinion about it. By all means, it's just our point of view, and at the end of the day, you guys have the power to buy whatever you want. Danobi 2, $5 super chat. Thank you, Danobi. Attractive, smart panel, Evening Fox. Challenging times for all collectors. Brace yourself. Yeah, we're gonna brace ourselves. But you know who braced himself? This guy.
Like a panda, 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 like a panda.
He never gets old. I'm sorry. He never gets old.
My 3-year-old loves that song, and I have to play it on repeat.
You're okay with it? Yeah, no.
My wife isn't, but I'm okay with it.
My son calls Boba Benta. He doesn't call him Boba anymore. He's the Benta.
Boba Banta.
And that's how far Boba Fett has come since.
Exactly.
Oh, he's the Banta.
So we have Fabio as the Hot Toys wizard here, collecting.
No, don't. It was Desi's comment that I just copied and pasted. So put Desi's.
No, you need to read it, and clip it.
In a few days or few weeks, Hot Toys announces the X 3.0 single figure with 2 heads, 1 sculpted, 1 rooted, and a small dial. Price of $375 to $400. Sorry, Desi. Oh my God, this guy.
Oh man!
But can you imagine if that happens? I think if Hot Toys wants to counterback, which they don't need to be honest with you, because they're already well established. I think they probably gonna give us the Joker, the nursing home or the nursing version. I think with the regular one, like a 2-pack, just to throw it out there. Or options.
I would believe in a 2-pack from Hot Toys as well. A DX 2-pack for the Joker. That
they can do it.
They
can do it. They can do it. Maybe with the bus, with a nice metal, diorama with the bus.
So tell me, if they do that, will you cancel your pre-order for the Queen Studios one?
No, and you know why? Because
you will get the 2.
Yeah, you know why? And this is just me, because it's the first figure that Queen Studios is releasing for a 1/6 scale figure. That right there is value to me. It's the first figure they're doing for 1/6. So that's why I want to get it. Despite whether it's trashy or not.
Right,
time will tell.
The first
just because it's the first one, right?
Either way, do you think Hot Toys take some of the things that Queen Studio is doing and being innovative, and do you think they take it and start doing some of that themselves too, like the magnetic base or even the magnetic hands, or do you think they don't want to be looked at as like a copycat company? Because that'd be interesting too. Because I hate crotch grabbers.
I think
don't we all?
I think Hot Toys.
It's not a good feeling.
Probably they already tested these before. We need to remember the years of Hot Toys have been manufacturing figures. Queen Studios have 4 years since 2018. Hot Toys has more than 10 years. I'm sure they tested many different ways to produce figures. I don't know if they were afraid of showing something new, or I don't know, if something with engineering that Hot Toys always tend to be on the safe side,
right?
They don't want to push anything new that may go wrong. But if you remember, I don't know, because I don't collect Marvel, but didn't one Thor had magnetic arms? They did a figure with magnetic arms.
Thor?
Yeah, there was a figure that Hot Toys did with some magnetic there.
Well, was it the Infinity War Thor where he's got like the swap
out
arms?
No, it was.
I don't recall each one.
Well, the one thing I remember was the magnetic shield on Captain America from Ultron, but
but for the back, right? The
back
was
for the
arms.
Really?
There's something they did with magnetics before.
Well, they've been improving magnetics though. They have the backpack, or not the backpack, the jetpack for Boba Fett, for the battalion troopers. Those are magnetic. So I think they're improving little by little.
Yeah, I think Hot Toys will come out with a rooted double pack just as a as an FU to them too. And that's one thing they've never done with, they do rooted, but I think a double pack DX double pack with rooted hair should be, I feel like if they're going to do something, it'll be that.
But they've never done a male rooted hair figure yet, have they? Hot Toys.
I think they will do the Cyberpunk one. The Cyberpunk one is not rooted. Is
No,
sculpted.
no,
Keanu
it's
Reeves?
sculpted.
No, I think that's
not rooted.
sculpted.
Yeah, that's not rooted.
All right, before we continue,
So-
guys, we had 155 people watching. Smash the like button, guys, please, because we need to get to 100 likes. We can. I know we can. We have Rodman4 and Rodman32 with a $4.99 super chat. Dang, I'm late. I suck, but glad to be here and see all these fine gentlemen. Much love, bro. Catch me.
I think
live
it's that one.
sometime soon.
Tony Stark, the mechanic. It came with a magnet arm.
Oh yeah,
I don't own that
it was
figure.
yes, it was a partial elbow magnetic because his
There you go.
repulsor. Yeah, he did. Yep.
Another
And that,
$4.99 super
that
chat.
one was released how many years ago?
What?
How many years ago?
Oh, that figure. That movie came out when? That's when it's from. The year after that movie came out. Was
You
it?
didn't answer me.
2011.
Oh, I don't. Sorry,
13?
I don't know.
So let's
Which
say
one? The-
2015, 7 years ago. So they know about the magnetics, but maybe they didn't want to use them, or they think it's not.
And the point
Future-
is
future, I don't
they will innovate. Everybody does this off each other. Somebody comes out with a cool idea. It happens all the time. Look at cell phones or whatever you can think of. Oh, look, they did something cool that's innovative. Let's do something very similar. It just that's how competition works.
Well,
So-
and Hot Toys is doing this more where we see the diorama bases, which I can really appreciate. But the thing that I really liked about this Joker base was, well, A, that it was circular. We've seen that before, but the fact that, I don't know, there was no nameplate. It just looked like simplistic, but yet kind of
Clean.
a diorama. Yeah, it was
Looks
clean. It was a
clean.
diorama base. So I would love if Hot Toys would get away from like the end game style bases where they're just kind of just toyish.
very toyish.
in
right?
every in every way. I think when you look at this Queen Studios Joker, it kind of looks like more a premium 1/6
Right.
scale, and not
Right.
just your standard 1/6 scale figure with
Mhm.
those normal bases. They
Right.
they try to show a more premium figure,
Right.
and I think it's amazing.
Because I'd love to incorporate the bases, but for me, most of them I don't, unless they're going to be more of a diorama style,
Right.
because I want that realism factor. So it'd be cool if Hot Toys could start doing stuff like that a little bit more, which they kind of have been.
They've been improving. I
Yeah.
mean, that's a fact. They've been improving. Yes, it's boring to see the same basis on every figure, but again, seriously, if they do something like that, they're gonna increase the prices as well, right? It's gonna be some
Right.
increases, so they
Maybe
cannot.
$600.
And then we'll
No-
piss
no,
and moan
maybe-
because we're trying to get all these figures, but we can't afford them because
Well, yeah,
Well, Hot
exactly,
Toys
but-
is that medium too, right?
right.
We can all agree on that, right? Like they're good for what they are. Yes, at the end of the day, they are toys. Like they are. And that's cool. There's a
high-end
nice price.
toys.
There's a price.
That's
The
the key
price
word.
medium is great for this. You know what I'm saying? I don't have an issue with that. What I'm looking at is that, yeah, like Joel said, these are like premium 1/6 figure, I'm gonna say / hybrids, because
Right.
they're not gonna be, I said it before, you can't take those Joker hands and you can maybe rotate the magnets,
Right.
but you can't do this to hold a gun. You can't, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
but
You're
also think
somewhat
about-
limited.
Right, but also think about which characters are they gonna do this, because if they're gonna do something like this for a Spider-Man figure, for example, they're gonna fail. Because Spider-Man, you want to make it like a
course.
nice dynamic pose, so they need to. So I think I kind of like the route they're going, because obviously you're not gonna do a crazy pose with the Joker. I mean, you're not gonna do like a
Right.
like a landing
Exactly.
superhero pose, or like a Spider-Man, nothing like that. So it's not like it's gonna be no articulation. It's gonna be articulation, but obviously it's gonna be a bit more restrictive, because you don't really need to do that much. I mean, you can do a couple poses like that. Museum
No,
time,
I just
and
think
you're-
people
and you're
should
good.
know that going in. Like, hey, it's not going to be crazy hot toy.
Right,
You
and I think the
know,
reason
they'll be
why
like,
people
oh, I
not,
can't pose him. Like, yeah,
Right,
you can.
and I think the reason why people hasn't saying much about it is because they know that they're not gonna do crazy poses with the Joker. So maybe that's at the bottom of the list. But again, it's a valid concern. Even if I'm not gonna pose the figure as I want, or like super dynamic, it's still, you need to be able to do it. But before we
Yeah, but
continue, I want to say
I don't want to sound as wrong weight, because the problems that we all have to change the ends, with the Hot Toys. The wrist pegs, sometimes they break.
always break.
Those.
Yeah,
So
Mhm.
the magnets are very
I'm an
welcome.
expert on that.
I'm out
Always
now.
break stuff.
Speak.
Yeah. Can I say something, Joe? Thank you.
I just got one more thing to say. No, I'm just kidding.
I know. So
Anyone else wants to interrupt me? Just kidding. It's Popsy with a 499 super chat. Thank you, my friend, a member of the channel, of course. Where's my Hatu's Bantha? I would buy at least 2. I know, right? Like a Bantha with a sound effect.
too.
Oh man, could you imagine? Big baby Banthas. It will be sick. But thank you so much, my friend, for the 499 super chat. There's so many really good comments here. So Trexter says, so how many double figure sets is Queen Studio planning to sell over 1,000? I don't think this works with anyone but Joker. But this is the catch with this one, right? You only have until tonight to pre-order. So whatever they catch between now and tomorrow and tonight, that's it, right? I don't know if they're gonna ever reissue things. I don't think they're gonna. I think they want to go more in the exclusive route, which makes sense. If you want to compete against Hot Toys, you need to introduce something unique, something that is gonna create hype, and something that is gonna be valuable to the consumers, right? What is this? Limited editions, different options, good quality, great likeness. Boom, you have your case right there. So that's what they did, and I think it was smart, And despite that they don't have a license to sell in the US, they're still gonna sell a bunch. Doesn't matter. Blackbird Tech says, thank you for the earworm, Dante. No, you're welcome, man. 6 kill separatist. I only do Star Wars, so I hope everyone who order gets a quality products, man. We're all praying to get quality. I think they're gonna deliver, because if they're gonna go this route, I don't think they're gonna screw this up. I don't think they're gonna, because it's gonna be too much for them to lose if they F this up. The 1/6 community is really demanding, and critics are tough, and that's a fact, right? We all see it every day. We see something. Oh, what the hell? What's this? So it is the name of the game. So if they go in this route, they need to prove us wrong, and they need to do a really good job, because guess what? I'll cancel if not. And if I get something that is shady, I'm gonna freaking do my review and tell you what I think, like what happened with the freaking Grievous. Metamorphic Custom Seagulls on Reddit, yes, that could happen. Some of us, the resellers, some of the US resellers are good at customer service and would not charge or even rerun your money if they can deliver the product. Yes, and 6 months is a very aggressive timeline, and we all agree with that. Delays are gonna happen. There's no way it will not be a delay, right? Especially because I think a lot of people ordered it too, so that's another thing. Carlos, I think Hatos does a 3-pack. I'm a numbers guy. This makes sense. Can you imagine? Michael DeLuca says, how many different versions of Joker do you think Queens in Art will make? If you're awake, of course. How many different versions of Joker do you think Queens in Art will make?
How many different versions of it? What do you mean? How many? They got these two. What do you mean? What, like more than that?
Like the Nurse Joker?
The Nurse Joker.
Oh no, not anything.
Bank robber.
I don't think so. I think they're gonna start with the Joker because of how iconic it is, and they know that. And then they're gonna go. They're gonna figure out how successful that figure was to their sales, and go from there and pick another big time figure as well. I don't know if you guys saw. They had a poll in their website in their group asking people of these new licenses that they are talking about acquiring. One was Terminator. There was another one which I think was T2, and I forget. And I think the third one was a Batman, I think. So they're looking into big deal characters. They're not giving you little things here and there. So. They're going to start with the Joker and then go on from there, but I don't think we're going to constantly be getting Jokers 24/7. I don't think so at all.
Now, guess what happened? Oh, guys, welcome to Joker 24/7, and here we have a bunch of Jokers coming. No, but I think, and like Blackbird Tech said, I think that's how they're going to counter. Either the purple coat and the bank robber Joker, or they can do the nurse Joker and give you different options, right?
I saw that poll.
Desi said has sculpts.
I saw that poll yesterday because they want to do some 80s movies, but my opinion, and I know many people don't agree with me, but why it's always the same characters? Terminator, Enter Bay did them, Hot Toys did them. Why they need to go back to Terminator?
Right,
why they don't go for new IPs? Why they need to beat in the same figures again and again and again? It's always renewing.
They notice that in the community, there's a lot of people asking for these figures that they missed out on from Hot Toys or Enter Bay, and they want them now. So I think, and they know that whatever they make from figures, they'll sell.
Do you really need a Back to the Future figures? Do you need a DeLorean from Green Studios?
I don't, but we're not the only ones collecting. There's people that need them. That's the point. They're not coming to us. They're not saying, Joao, you need one. No, it's for people.
They need come to me.
Well,
no, but think about it. Like, they're going to sell. Obviously, they're going to sell to people who don't have it, want to buy it. Even if I have them and it looks cool, I'm buying it. Because it's something different. It's not, it's not a Hot Toys, but it doesn't mean that they're gonna, that they're not gonna make money on that. Yeah, it's the same figures all the time. Yeah, it gets boring for the people who have them, but again, we are not expecting to get the same exact thing we get from Hot Toys, the same exact thing we get from Enter Bay, the same exact thing we get from any other company. So that's the whole point. They're giving us their take on these figures that other companies have given us their take on. So it's just what it is.
It is what it is. But Don Prime in the house. What's up, Don? Like a bantha, is your money, spend like you want it, care nothing about what others says. And I agree 1,000% on that one. At the end of the day, we can say anything we want about a figure. I want this, I want that, we like this, we like that. But at the end of the day, you are the one making the decision. Your wallet makes the decision, right? But always do numbers though. Always budget yourself. Don't go crazy. Don't go so much with the hype. Just kind of sit down, think about before doing something, because you might regret it later. And then when you see you're losing money, then you're gonna be like, shit, because it happened to me many times. So
and your face down in a ditch.
And then you ask yourself, why I have a Hot Toys DeLorean and a Queen Studios DeLorean? I only need one.
He's salty, man. He's not happy about that, Joao.
Joe's never happy.
I'm not happy.
He's always angry.
I just wanted them.
You don't have to buy them both. That's the thing.
I know.
But there's also a lot.
I'm
of
not
new
against the
collectors
DeLorean.
each day.
I'm not against the DeLorean. I hope if they launch the DeLorean, that you can even be greater or better than the Hot Toys one. I'm just thinking I would appreciate if they could go for into some new IPs.
Don't take my
happiness
away here.
Oh, I agree. I agree with you on that 100%. I'm just saying, if they did drop Terminators, I'd be all over it, because if it's that quality and it's real leather and everything, like it would be phenomenal. And I want that anyway, because I too missed out on some of those. And even if I could get them,
but
arguably these may be even better.
But you guys,
you know what I mean?
You guys aren't looking at it as a common sense thing, though. It's common sense to go for these big name titles. You know what I mean? That's what's happening. Like, they're not looking at it as, these guys got these figures already, let's give them something new. They're not going to risk. They're not going to take a risk in putting out a new product that they don't know it's going to sell. They know these figures are going to sell no matter 100%. What. So that's the thing. And I feel like you guys don't look at it that way, but
I don't look at it that way.
And they're looking at
I don't look at it that way. I look at it my way.
I look at it that way.
I know.
That's why they keep doing it. That's why you keep seeing it. If a new company, if a new company's investing in something, they're not. Fabio's right, like that. They're not going to do that. Like, if you think of something that's kind of, I don't know, let's say something from the 80s that hasn't been made yet, that was kind of cool to some
Goonies.
people. Okay, Goonies. Goonies is pretty cool. Okay.
E.T.
E.T. is pretty cool. Is it big enough?
You want more,
or can money from it though?
Okay,
that's where I'm saying. And then they do. Oh, here's Terminators.
Dick Tracy.
I'm gonna tell you something right now.
Roger Rabbit.
Yeah, we would buy all of that.
Inspector
but
Gadget.
the rest of the world
As
would
a
not.
group.
1/6 turtles.
We sounds like a
Oh,
lot of
please,
people. I wouldn't buy
please,
any of them.
1/6 turtles. Come on.
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like, there's your
Casablanca.
hardcore group, but then there's the majority of collectors, and that's where they're trying to target. They put out a Joker that's like wildly popular. People are gonna buy
Home Alone.
Of course, they cannot.
They put out
right.
Home Alone. It's not.
They cannot. They
It
cannot
ain't
do
going,
something
bro.
like
He's got a point
It
with
ain't
the
moving.
turtles, though. Come on, we got to
Yeah.
get 1/6
right.
turtles.
So this is the point, right? Like, obviously, they're gonna start with something super massive, super well known, so people can get it. If they're gonna start with something like very small in terms of niche, right? Like not too crazy, people will know. Only the people who knows that is gonna buy. But if you put something like the Joker or the DeLorean or Ghostbusters, things like that, people are gonna be like, wait a minute, I'm listening.
I would like for them to do Ghostbusters.
I would love to. And that's the reason why I didn't do. I
For
was
example, Ghostbusters, I would like to as well.
me too. But before we continue, I have to chat with the $7.99 super sticker. Thank you so much. Rest in peace, Panther. Panther will never rest in peace, man. I always gonna put the Lucky Panther clip.
I will
Always.
never
Jurassic
stop
Park.
playing the clip.
Always, always.
Like a panther, 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 like a panther.
If he dies, he dies.
If he dies, he dies. I want to see a Rocky Balboa Queen Studios figure with
That's
Van
something cool too.
Tupac.
With the Rocky
That'd
line,
be freaking sick. Rambo, can you imagine? They could do
Rambo, like
Rambo.
that's a no-brainer sell right there. You know what I mean? So that's what they're looking for.
P-Rock.
Yeah, but Rambo isn't Stallone doing his as his own
Stallone's
figures?
doing his
Yeah.
own collection. Yeah.
No, but we're talking
So-
about like those type of movies, not that specific like brand or you know.
Talking about Stallone.
Karate Kid,
Oh yeah.
Oh,
I'd be all over
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
3 Ninjas.
Jurassic
Surf
Park.
Surf Ninjas.
Jurassic Park.
Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf.
Teen
would be
Wolf.
cool.
There you
Teen
go.
Wolf, Teen Wolf, yeah.
So now you can
So-
see how many movies there are that would be
But is it worth it for them? To
Right,
do
but
that?
not everybody's
Factor
getting
all
business-wise.
that.
It's not worth it.
Nobody talks about Teen Wolf
Business-wise,
like they
it's not
do,
worth it.
Yeah, Star Wars or Marvel.
So I wanna ask the chat right now. If you can please hit the like button because we are 160 people watching right now, and believe it or not, by you liking the video, it's gonna help the algorithm to put us somewhere, so people can see us and they can watch the shows. So it's in your hands, in your
Absolute
fingers, in your fingers. But love the chat. I mean, there's a lot of like comments right now. I'm trying to flash as many as I can. So please bear with me. A very good neck indeed.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
because
thank you.
P-Rock
I
says
try to
I like
maintain
fast
it
neck.
every day.
Oh man. So we're gonna jump to the next topic here. So good with the Joker. I love it. You know, everyone loves it. Now, licensed or unlicensed? So Fabio gave me the idea this morning to talk about this. Because we were talking about the other day, no, not today, but a few days ago, about the Gambit, the Social Toys Gambit, right? How cool that looks and how good the quality is, right? Surprisingly for a third party. And then we have the Sideshow version, which I honestly think there's no comparison with the Social Toys. So if we're going to start with you on this one here, I know that you get a lot of unlicensed figures just to complete your collection, but some people like to buy license only, which is my case. I tend to buy more licensed products than unlicensed, not because of the quality, just because I want to see something with the real name, not like, oh, this is Doc Ock, oh, this is Dr. Pulpito, nothing like that. I want to see something like, But what are your thoughts about this, man? Licensed or unlicensed?
Well, me personally, I don't care. I really don't. That doesn't affect me at all. Unlicensed, as long as I'm going to give you an example. Social Toys, they're unlicensed. They're probably, in my opinion, top 5, companies making really, really good 6-scale figures right now. So that doesn't affect me at all. Obviously it affects us in the pocket. Something licensed is going to be more expensive than something unlicensed. But personally, I don't go looking for only licensed stuff or only unlicensed stuff. If I see it, I like it. If it's licensed, good. If it's not, good. That's it.
Anthony.
Well, I mean, I can't say I'd be lying if I never bought a third-party figure.
You're lying. Red reviews.
Fire!
Thank you.
I mean, I've got one sitting right on my desk. So
Okay,
but,
I have
you
it.
know.
I need it. What?
Yeah, here, take it, man. You got it. Listen, it was just such an amazing figure, by the way. But
Yes, that's why I need another one. What?
we are well. Look, so obviously, if it's something I'm interested in and the quality is passable, I'm not looking into these to being like amazing figures, right? But if they fit with what I like, I don't mind buying them. It just depends, right? There's factors to consider in those as well. Now, if a company's simply not doing them, right, then I may be like, oh, okay, cool. Look, I have a Spider-Man Noir. That's great. I love Spider-Man. I would like to have a Spider-Man Noir. Third party, company makes it. I will pick that up because it's something that I'm into. Now, it would make absolutely no sense for them to create something that's already out, right? I mean, like you saw that. I forgot who made it. I'm sure, Joel, you know, if not Fabio, definitely. The Chosen One, the new rip of Darkseid Anakin, right? That's the third party. I forgot who made that.
That looks horrible.
It does. Either way, though, like, I wouldn't get that because there already is a Hot Toys version out there. So I would just be like, well, no, I'll find a deal on that if I really want it. In that respect, so I don't have an issue, I guess, is what I'm trying to say, if I want it. That's it.
Good. No, that's a good point. That's a good point. As Fabio and you guys mentioned, like when you see the third-party companies coming, unlicensed ones, some of them are really good. Some of them are really trashy. So,
or are you saying which do you prefer, though?
Right, licensed or
I
unlicensed?
prefer licensed, but I'll still venture outside of that realm. Yeah.
Right. But it's with more companies out there unlicensed, and with the fantastic pictures they put sometimes, and then when you get the figures totally different, then you start questioning, right? But then when you see companies like Social Toys that do unlicensed figures, and the final product comes as good as the prototype, then you have some hope that eventually at one point this company can become licensed and get more access to other characters that they can do, even though they can do it unlicensed with different names. That's a fact. But just because some people like me like licensed stuff with the original packaging with the real name, but at the end of the day, if the quality is good, it's good. Grant, what are your thoughts about this? Do you prefer license or license? You don't care? A little bit of both.
Before I answer this, Joao, what do you think about 1/6 scale Muppets?
I'm all
Amazing.
In. I'm all in.
Dirk Wright brought it up. There you go. How about that? 1/6 Muppets. No, but obviously I prefer licensed, just because I think licensed for the most part is just going to be better quality. They're going to have they have the license. So I don't know. It just always seems like always comes back to that Chris Farley movie, Tommy Boy, about the guarantee. It's almost like that license is like the guarantee to your quality, and it just kind of has that warm and fuzzy feeling when you buy something that's licensed. It's not always the case, but I just find I don't really care. But somebody said in the chat, I'm just going to get whatever figure I think looks best. And to me, it just always seems like it's pretty much the licensed version. So I guess I would prefer licensed, but I guess I've never really thought too hard about it.
Right. And before I go to Julius, Obi Lula says, hey, what happened with Hot Toys Endgame Lucky? He was scheduled to ship. Now Sasha says August. I actually called Sasha today because I had an issue with one of my packages. And wait a second. Something is happening here. Wait. Oh, it's a
Well, look who decided to show.
Don't start.
I think your mic is off, puppy.
Huh?
Okay, well, you settle in. Obilula said, that Hato is endgame lucky. So I called Sasha today, and they told me that it is delayed. They told me that it's gonna take a few months to arrive. That's what they said. Again, but also I asked them about Ahsoka, and they told me that they're gonna start having Ahsoka. They hope that they're gonna have some more batches in September, late March. Late March. So meaning maybe in the next couple weeks. If you're expecting your Boba Fett 2-pack, it's gonna start shipping very soon. Actually, some batches already start shipping, so you should see it. And then I asked about Anakin, and they told me that they don't know exactly when they're gonna have it, but is next in the pipeline. They didn't give me any much information. They didn't tell me anything else. So we're gonna talk about the figures that are gonna be coming in the next month. No sources, nothing like that. It's just whatever Sideshow has on their website, just to kind of like see how we're gonna manage when the storm comes, because there's gonna be a moment that we're gonna see a bunch of figures coming, and if you didn't pre-order anything but you want to buy a bunch at the same time, or if you pre-ordered a lot and you're gonna get all those converting to final, you need to make decisions, right? Because it is not a secret, you can change your mind over time. But yeah, that's what I wanted to say about Loki.
So Loki says August to November.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That
it's
is
pushed
crazy,
way
man.
back.
Yeah. Who was missing? I forgot who was missing. Sorry. Did you guys make your point? Yeah, I know Joao did. No,
I
you
did.
did.
I didn't.
No, you did. You did. Remember that you
That
spent like
guy
2
did
hours talking about it? You forgot already?
Like
Joao.
I said, he loves spamming the panel.
I know. All right, Joao.
Always.
So hold on. I'm gonna do this for you, my friend, because Julius deserves the spotlight.
I
Let
think
us know, Julius. License or unlicensed?
unlicensed if you really need to, for some figures that, for example, you don't have the licensed versions. For So Toys, for example, the Green Goblin, the comic one, I like it. But with the unlicensed, I really prefer, for example, the custom outfits. If you see the Daft Toys, the Bank Robber Joker, the outfit is way better than the Hot Toys one, because it was released many years ago. So that's that. For me, unlicensed if I really need, but as Jedi Knight's Watch said about the feeling for having a licensed figure, it's always much better, and it's true. I reviewed already unlicensed figures, I think around 120 until now, and I can tell you that from that 120, maybe you will take 20 of that are good, around that, and mostly they are So Toys and Toys era ones. It's quite difficult to say, really. If I prefer licensed always,
Right.
but in some figures you don't have any choice, and then you need to understand other thing. In the licensed world, you also have the custom ones that are way more expensive than Hot Toys.
That too.
You can see custom figures going at 800, 1,000 plus, and they are unlicensed. All companies were unlicensed at one time. Hot Toys, Queen Studios were unlicensed before. They did unlicensed statues before 2018.
That's why I don't make it a big deal. That's why it doesn't bother me, because what if, we're talking about all these unlicensed companies that, not that we know if it's true or not, but I'm just saying, what if their goal is to hopefully make enough money at some point to buy the license? You know what I mean? So we can't sit there and look at them as a negative thing, because what if, we're supporting something that eventually will be as big as Hot Toys? So that's why I don't get into that whole license unlicensed, because it doesn't bother me at all.
And single songwriters saying that the licensed figures retain their value, but you got a lot of unlicensed figures that go for double than you paid before. How much you will get Gambit now? Gambit is at 450.
Yeah, Toys
and
Era.
We bought it for 180.
Toys Era figures. Yeah,
they go up a lot. There are a lot of third-party figures that they go for more than double. Not all, of course, but
right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I want
Because
to
the
welcome my
quantity is
friend.
limited.
Yeah. So I want to welcome my friend. It's Collectibles. How the divorce is going, my friend? Are you able to sign the papers? Not yet. I
It's
know you
good.
lost your home, you lost your toys, but life goes on, my friend.
It happens. It happens. Yeah, I get to keep the toenail.
Why is your mic not on, puppy?
It is on.
Nah,
Very
it's
echoey.
We
No.
hear. We
any
hear.
different mic.
Right?
You
Yeah.
are
Very
using the computer one or the webcam.
So you
one.
lost that too. You lost the connection.
Yeah, he
too?
lost. He lost.
yeah.
He lost. He
How
lost.
about
his-
now?
He
Yeah,
lost his
connection
equipment.
Now
was-
it's much better, puppy. Thank you.
Okay.
You know, I'm sorry for the divorce. I know it's tough, but I mean, you cannot keep 3 wives at the same time. So now you have 2.
No,
So that's
in
good,
my
you know?
country, we do certain things that's a little bit crazy, but no. But sorry to be late, but I'm here.
Well,
What are we
you
talking
beat
about?
Fabio for the first time. We're talking about licensed or unlicensed figures. You know, what is your preference? I know that I don't know if you collect unlicensed. I don't think you do, but we've seen social toys. We've seen all the companies coming out of
Now-
the shadows doing really good figures.
Now, I do have some unlicensed stuff. It's the I'm sure Dante and you guys saw the 7 Private Ryan line.
Yeah.
Obviously, who's gonna make that? You know, Did makes that stuff. So it's really great to see when unlicensed companies brings out things that we don't usually get. Like, who's gonna make a Saving Private Ryan line? Like, I don't think anybody will ever think of that except for certain companies, and those certain companies can't even attain the license because of either cost or you just can't attain it. So it's good in some ways, and then I think it's bad in others because sometimes they make stuff that when it releases, it's just total trash. And you're like, I had so much hope for these figures and now it's just trash. But I'm just really picky. If I really need the line, like the Saving Private Ryan line from Dragons and Dreams, which is not licensed, yeah, I like that they have unlicensed figures. But for the most part, I don't collect unlicensed stuff because they don't really go through that check unless it's from a really reputable company. But I don't. But then again, I don't mind it either. I don't mind it being there, so collectors can get their hands on stuff like this that Hot Toys won't make. Like now, Queen, we've been waiting so long. Where's Hot Toys gonna do some Joker, 3.0s or something? So Queen came out and killed it, and it's licensed. So the more companies, the merrier. Third party or licensed is best.
Now let me ask you one thing. Wait.
Sure.
Go
ahead.
If you buy the Queen Studios, the Joker, right? That is only licensed in China. It's not licensed in US.
It's
so
the clown.
Basically, you are buying a licensed figure.
In America, yeah.
You are buying a licensed figure.
But then that's where I said it works either way, licensed or unlicensed. We're getting our deliverance.
We get it licensed.
I mean, they could get
But it's
arrested,
unlicensed.
shut down tomorrow, which is going to be the bad part because they took all these pre-orders that they said they had to have so they can gain those numbers and then figure out what they need to make. That's the bad part when it comes to unlicensed figures at that scale. That's going to be scary.
Did any of you saw what Jezink was saying about this matter of being licensed only in China and licensed in the US? That the customs are looking into this and they are opening legal actions about these collectibles that are unlicensed in the US and go to the US market. He was talking about this. There was a company last year that was sued because of this, because they are not licensed in US and they were licensed over in Asia.
It depends on the licensees, right? Because, for example, like Sideshow's not carrying Queen stuff, so other people here will probably sell it, who are selling it, right? But now imagine if somebody, like, let's say I started up a shop, an online store, and I carried a ton of Hot Toys, and then I would be like, you know what? I'm gonna sell them for like $5 under. I offer free shipping, things of that nature. Then that's when Sideshow tries to step in on it. You know what I'm saying? But if they don't have that, right? If they're not carrying these products, I don't even think they have jurisdiction anyway to begin with, let alone dictating someone's taxing and shipping. That's stateside. So, but I can see where like there's not a big it's not a big deal in my opinion right? Because Sideshow's not even messing with this stuff. They don't have anything Queen.
Right.
Does that make
Right.
sense?
Yeah, no, it
Yeah.
makes sense. It makes sense. I want to address this comment. DT Armin says, any word on Miles Morales from Spider-Verse? Because the last time I checked, Sasha said it would come about this month. So that's actually the next topic I want to touch, because there's a bunch of stuff coming in the upcoming months. And again, this is not rumors. This is based on what Sasha has on their website in terms of figures that are coming, supposedly scheduled to come. So I'm just
Wait,
gonna
before you continue, my sources say there's a lot coming 2022. Stay tuned. So,
and they're right. They're right, my friend. They're right. Okay, so I'm gonna show you this real quick. Let me see if I can do it right, because sometimes I can't. Sometimes I can.
are we actually gonna finally talk about Ahsoka or what?
Well, when is that? When is her? Oh, actually, by the way, I did the
My
review of
sources
Ahsoka.
say 2022, so hopefully soon.
Shut up.
He's like, shut up.
All right, so this is a bunch of Star Wars figures on pre-order right now, right? So the bottom ones are the oldest. So we have Anakin that is set to come very soon as
As
This
soon as
month?
he's released.
Yeah.
right? So that one should be next in line based on what I think is gonna happen, just because of that. We have Luke Skywalker as well, right? Coming April to June. So technically it's next month, you know. So that right there is two figures, right? March and April. We have Darth Maul, March to May, right? We have Jango Fett, May to July. So you can see the pattern. So we have a lot of things coming very soon in the next upcoming months. You know, Moff Gideon, April to June as well.
So when you say April to June, you mean like maybe 2022?
No, this is 2022.
I'm just
maybe,
saying.
yeah.
Is
Maybe.
it really though?
Is it really? Well, we know that it's gonna be delays, but based on this, right? It's gonna be a time. It's gonna be a moment this year that we're all gonna be having multiple releases coming at the same time. I'm not saying it's gonna be this month, next week. It's gonna happen at one point in 2022 that we're gonna
Right.
have a bunch of figures that you need to make a decision. You pre-order a bunch, or maybe not, or maybe you're just waiting to get the figure that you want, but then you have the choices. Oh shoot, I love Clone Wars, but now I have Anakin Clone Wars, I have Darth Maul Clone Wars. I'm probably gonna have Jango Fett coming, maybe this guy, maybe that guy. So it's gonna be a lot of things. So I'm gonna start with Graham on this one. So planning and budgeting is, to me, is very important, right? You need to plan ahead in order to make your budget, in order to have numbers, and make your purchase as good for you as possible, right? You don't want to be in a hole right away. So what is the best tip that you can give to collectors out there, either new or existing collectors that are going to face this, decision when the time comes, when they have multiple releases, multiple figures? What advice would you give to the collectors out there?
Well, it's funny that you asked this question because I just did a video called "How to Collect Hot Toys Without Going Broke."
Ooh,
And
perfect.
my biggest
I
tip:
do it easy's way. Don't get any.
just collect the DTOF cases.
Collect air. If you have a very good light setup, you don't even need the figures.
He just collects Drax. Is what
Oh,
he collects. No, but
Stand still.
I think the biggest tip, and probably the hardest, and not one that I am always the best at either, is setting a budget, but also sticking to it. Pay for your bills first. Take care of your family first. This is a hobby. It shouldn't be controlling your life. It shouldn't be spiraling out of control. So make sure you're saving the money that you need for bills, but then also putting some money away for saving as well. And then whatever you have after that, could be like a hobby.
Don't
Yes.
talk to me like that.
Sorry. This is for everybody but Fabs, because obviously he's doing just fine. But no, I think just looking at your budget and sticking to it. So if you're gonna maybe you're just getting one figure a month, or maybe your budget's two, but sticking to that and holding yourself accountable is the biggest thing. Maybe don't go backwards. And for this one, I guess the planning would be look at what you're, if you're pre-ordering, look at what you're pre-ordering and make sure that it's not all going to hit at the same time. Or if you're doing payment plans, you might think that's your out, but if you're doing a bunch of payment plans at once, you might still be paying hundreds of dollars
It's
in
like
the same
a
month.
figure every month. If
Right.
It's a ton.
Right. So that would just be my advice, is to come up with a budget where you kind of lay everything out in maybe an Excel sheet or something like that, and then just stick to it.
That's a good tip. Yeah, Easy. What is the tip that you would give to collectors about planning and budgeting, especially with a bunch of stuff coming in the near future?
It's just like my little graham cracker said. You just can't. You just can't. If you are in a financial situation, if you can't spend money on whatever without having to think about it, this type of hobby really, like, there's plenty of hobbies out there, and this applies to everything and anything in the hobby world. If you don't have that excess money, like just throwaway money, you could literally throw it out the window, let it burn, flush it down the toilet with your poo-poo and pee-pee, and not even care. And if that doesn't bother you, then you can go and start buying Hot Toy statues, toenails, farting jars of farts and shit. Whatever attains to you. Then you can start spending. If you get hurt every time you get charged by a payment plan, this hobby is not for you. It's gonna suck, but this is a very financial heavy hobby. So I'm just everything Graham said. If you really, it's just kind of one of those things. If you can't afford it, you have to get out, because you'll be risking your life, your lifestyle. This stuff gets heavy, and with drops like when we have 2 in one day or 3 a month, it gets pricey. You start getting surprised. Even if you do payments, you get surprised with shipping. You're getting surprised with taxes. You may have already overspent in the month, and then on top of that, a figure decides to drop, like an Iron Man figure. That's a really hefty price to pay. So, or like I tend to start to recycle my collection. Now, obviously they're all in boxes, so you can't see I look like a fake right here. You're faking a fraud. But you can start recycling. Being a collector doesn't mean you have to be Fabs. I know everybody tries, but you're not. You're not Fabio.
I want to be like Fabio.
Stop, Dante. Stop.
Stop it.
Fabio.
The Hot Toys hat, that's all a gimmick.
Yeah.
Don't do it, guys.
Fabio.
But I'm saying, but he's a very lucky guy. He does, he's on Pornhub, he's on OnlyFans.
Exactly.
But
that's easy money, man. Like, I can't do that.
Easy money. That's why I started my OnlyFans. But if you want to be in this hobby and you are financially tight, but
let's open a GoFundMe account.
Yeah, or you can do that. But you still need to be in the hobby. Like, you're willing to risk your mortgage and lose the wife. Start recycling your collection. Don't hoard. Do not keep older figures. Recycle them. Just sell, buy. Sell, buy. Does that mean you're a fake collector? No. It means you're a smart collector. You don't have to be called fake. You don't have to be a fraud or whatever, because you're just constantly moving figures, or you even have like 5 or 6. Keep what you love going and keeping yourself happy in a smart way. Don't be crazily down the rabbit hole and have like $200,000 in figures, but you're broke. You want to be balanced in every way possible in life. That's just how life is. You have to put certain things aside for certain things and whatnot. So hashtag don't be like Fabio.
Don't be like Fabio. So you brought a really good point. I think we spoke about this as well in the past, right? There's collectors out there, new collectors. When you get into this hobby, you need to be smart how you do your finances. You need to be smart how to buy your figures, right? I don't recommend doing collecting backwards, going back to Grails, spending $700, $800 for figures, right?
You're
collect
losing
what's
money.
new, collect what's
Yeah.
new, and then if you see an opportunity where you can get something at a good price, or if you can find a grail somewhere at a really good price, obviously you're going to pull the trigger. But the point here is you always need to plan. Make sure that you have a solid plan, and make sure you prioritize what things are important to you. Know what's important to me, that I pretty much buy stuff to do reviews, but I don't keep all of them because I don't have space. I can't keep it. I cannot keep everything I buy because I really don't have space. So that's how I recycle, so I can get another figure. If I like something, I'll keep it. Simple as that, right? Or if it's something that I want to prioritize because it happens, right? I keep it. Or if I already pre-ordered it, why having doubles? So I sell it, get my money back, and then put the same money into the new one that is already pre-ordered like 2 years ago, which I already put my deposit on. So, that's how I like to do things. But I'm gonna go with Fabio in this one because Fabio has obviously a big collection. So I know you do payment plans because you buy a lot of figures. But what tip would you give to the collectors? Planning, budgeting. What's your take on this?
Well, at the end of the day,
Don't be like Fabio.
I buy what I can. I buy what I want.
Hashtag don't be like Fabio. Look at this guy.
My trick is, people always say, "Oh, you're rich." Far from it. But my trick is payment plans, 100%.
140,000 a month.
Even if you're getting one figure,
how many?
Just
3?
one figure. It's easier to pay it off over time than just getting that $200 and something charge right out of your bank account. That's just smart to be able to pay something. There's no interest, there's no none of that. It's just convenience. So that's why I take advantage of it. So instead of getting just one, I'm able to get multiples because of that reason. That's it. So that's my trick for anybody. And like I said, you don't have to get multiples. You could just get one and do the payment plan, and it'll help you big time. It'll help you save if that's what you're trying to do. It'll help you not get hit every time a figure comes out. Boom, 200 and change. Usually 270, 200, depending on what it's going for. But that's my trick. The payment plans are the best thing. The way Sideshow has them set up, because that's where I buy from, pretty much everything. And you're in control of the entire thing. There's a whole calendar. I don't know if, I'm assuming everybody should know by now. But for those who don't know, Sideshow gives you a calendar, and it shows you on every box of the day, it shows you what's upcoming to charge on your credit card or whatever. You could postpone it. There's a limit on how many times you can postpone a payment. But you could postpone it at least 3 times. I'm just guessing. I've done it multiple times, and at some points it has stopped. So I'm just assuming 3, but I don't know exactly. And again, it gives you that flexibility of being able to push it. If you can't afford the money this month, you just don't have. You got to pay bills, whatever. You postpone it for the following month, and then it gives you that convenience. And nothing, again, to me, nothing is better than having that convenience to be able to pay at your own time. And
again, valid point as well. I made my comments about what I think about payment plans. Not to say it's wrong or right. It's just personal take. It helps a lot of people. Clearly, it does. So if it's good for you, it's good for you. Period. Anthony, what's your take on this? Planning, budgeting.
Always plan. Always budget. Like that's just key. And I want to say, just slightly up in the chat, JB, by the way, hello, because JB is in here, but this point, I was talking to Fabio about this earlier. JB saying, I'm trying to sell my Venom for 360, the deluxe, and no one wants to buy it. And that's where this comes into play, because you want to make sure, in my opinion, that's relevant to the question. You want to plan and you want to budget. Sometimes there's hype. You buy something maybe you don't like. The problem is the 6 scale community has blown up a lot, right? The past year, 2 years. I think a lot of fresh collectors came in, a lot of extra money coming, during this whole illness time. We've all got bonuses and things like that. People start getting into these things, and then they're like, oh shoot, maybe I got in too much, just like what Easy's saying. It's expensive. And you can easily get carried away. And then now the market is oversaturated. So we're seeing people offload their stuff like on the daily, right? Hourly. There's always somebody there. So there's it's tricky, man. If you're going to buy something, I would say plan it. Make sure it's something you really like. You know, that's the huge part of it too, because if you're buying stuff off a hype or something like that, then you're going to be stuck, unfortunately, in these positions where you're trying to get rid of something and it's not moving, because that's kind of the world that we're in right now. So it's very important to literally plan out, have a spreadsheet, use a Google Docs or something. If you don't have Excel or something, just open up anything, even a notepad, pen and paper, whatever you have that's accessible and easier for you to jot down, like what you're buying, how much is it going to be? Are you doing payment plans? Payment plans are great, as Fabio mentioned. Like, I don't usually pre-order. There's a difference. But if I want to get something and it's out, I'm like, okay, can I swing it right now and buy it outright? Maybe. But there might be like 3 figures I want right then. So I'll just say, oh, well, they're available. Let me secure my order, so at least I know I have it. And then I'll do my monthly payment, which is so much easier. And then, you know, and that's the other reason why I don't pre-order anymore, because it's like there's a 1.5 year, sometimes 2-year wait. Your mind may change. You might be like, wow, that Batman looks really awesome. And then in a 1.5 years from now, you might be like, oh yeah, that was a good movie. Do I still want this Batman though? You know what I mean? You don't know. And at the time you might be like, this was so cool. You're coming off the hype and you're like, yeah, that was badass. I'm getting it. And you may change your mind and then you're stuck, or you're canceling, you know, NRDs, things like that. Or you end up getting it and you're like, I'm going to sell it. I don't really like it as much as I thought I did. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important to plan.
Yes, it is. It is. And last but not least, my friend Julius has stopped playing video games.
No, he's watching speedruns. Disrespectful all the time. Always.
I'm not watching speedruns. I'm checking something because my live stream should start 15 minutes ago.
Oh, sorry.
Man, I'm here for you.
Wait, I just want to say one thing real quick. Hector V's question. He's asking me about the points. Just to give him an idea of like the points that I accumulate. Like, so my Hulkbuster Deluxe, I applied $600 to the payment plan, so I paid like nothing for it. For the DeLorean that just got released, I applied $280, I believe, on that. So my payments are $50-something a month. So that's like the amounts that I accumulate. The most I ever had at one time was about $1,200 to $1,500 just sitting there. But I get, you know, thousands over time.
Wow. Julius.
Well, hello, Mr. Fancy Pants. That's pretty awesome.
No, man, it's like I don't use payment plans. I don't pay with credit. It's just my way. I don't use payment plans and I don't use the credit card. Most of the times I pre-order figures. I pay upfront. And I prefer that.
You're in a unique position though, too.
Yeah, because it's also different because here there's also the option. For example, if you pay upfront, normally you get a much better deal than if you pay through deposit. It's different. For example, the Ecto one, I got it for $1,400. It's a completely different price,
I hate you,
right?
bro.
Yeah, but you got it for $1,400 because you had to pay it up front at Toys Wonderland. What?
No, I don't pay in Toys Wonderland. I never bought from Toys Wonderland, and I never will. I don't need to buy from them.
No tax.
I was just kidding.
Yeah, and then it's. But I agree.
He gets so angry. He's like, I don't like Toys Wonderland.
I didn't say I don't like. I say I didn't buy from them, and I will not either Toys Wonderland or other Hong Kong seller because I don't need to buy from them.
We're going off topic. Continue.
But I agree what Graham said. And this is very important, especially if you have a family first work and then you're collecting. Because I will never put myself in a situation that I need to sell my collection because I'm going through some financial trouble. So I always keep myself on the safe side about that. Always having an emergency bank account that you have money that if anything happens, you are ready for that. That's important. Is in my case because I have 2 children. I have a family to maintain.
Now
it's
saying
my
that
own responsibility, right?
Saying that you order as soon as it comes out, right? You pay full. Money's gone.
Not all. Most of the times.
Most of the time. Now, what happens if that company goes bankrupt?
Which company?
whichever you order from. And I'm sure the third party figures, are you going to be that protected?
I never pay third party figures up front.
Never. You can't.
Okay, well,
because I don't pre-order third party figures. I buy them once they hit the stock.
P-Rock says, do you have an account in Russia? So
do you think I know your meaning. You mean like, imagine if Hot Toys will go bankrupt, right?
Well, that's fine because we buy from companies that are reputable, and we most likely will be insured for that.
Yeah, but you need to see
So
one thing also, is that
different
countries, different laws. If anything happen, I will receive my full amount. Here in China, they don't play with that. Your money will not just fly. And I still can cancel my order and receive my full payment after released if it's not shipped. If I don't like the product, I can ask for a full refund.
Right, because you're right, it's different. The markets are different, so we need to be mindful of that. So in the US, there's
the laws are different
prices. The laws are different there.
Well, that's something that a lot of people wouldn't know unless Joao tells them like he is right now. You know what I mean? Like, who really knows what goes on in China? You know?
Right.
Well, it's much different when they're dealing there to here.
Right.
Exactly.
Right, because the laws don't apply to them in that respect. But they're going to get screwed up if they're selling locally and they're being dishonest, right?
So, for example, if I buy a Hot Toys figure at stock in official shop, I receive it, I open, I don't like, I can return it and receive my money within 7 days.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
As long as it is still completely new.
Right.
So brand new sealed, never taken out of the box, only for pictures in the much. That's it.
Yeah, brand new sealed, only displayed.
At least you got an option,
which is good. I the way I do it is I have 3 accounts. I have a checking account, which is my wife's and I joined, savings account, which we get everything there, and then I have a different account for myself. So if I'm gonna buy a figure, let's say Ahsoka, or whatever figure is announced today. So how much it is? $300. Okay. So I'm going to put $50, whatever, for that period of time. So I divide it until, let's say it takes 10 months, right? So I divide $300. I add my shipping, calculate rough shipping plus $10 extra just in case. And I put that monthly into that account. So by the time comes, boom, I pay everything at once. I do my deposit, whatever that is. Or simply just put the money there and it's waiting. It's sitting there.
And
it's sitting.
It's funny you mentioned that, Dante, because I forgot to mention that's what I do. The actual thing I do, I didn't even mention. I have a money pool every month.
Right.
If that money pool is empty,
that's it.
Which it usually never is, because gladly that's throwaway money, and I throw money in there whenever figures are crap or stupid Pokemon cards or toilet paper.
It's just throw money like
it's throw money,
right?
Just like that, just like. So that's my money pool. If it's empty, nothing gets into my house. It just I'll cancel an order before I take out of my like savings or something.
Right.
So even if it's a statue that I really want, it's just not going to happen.
Right.
So if that's empty, that means something's wrong.
Right. I try. I'll really. So before we almost done, but Grandma No Graham has to leave right now. My friend, you anything you wanna share before you said goodbye?
Well, yeah.
Sorry, I dragged it 20 minutes extra. I know it was supposed to finish at 9.
No, that's right. I'm just like 5 minutes late, so it's not the end of the world. One last thing too, which I've seen in the comments too, but another great tip is just be selective on what you're gonna buy. Like, we tend to hype up the newest figures because there's a lot of cool stuff that comes out, but don't let us persuade you to just try and buy everything. Buy what you like, buy what has emotional or nostalgic meaning to you. If you're not all in on that figure, don't get it because you'll just kind of have that buyer's regret after, and then you'll have to try and sell it. So that would be my final thought on the planning and budgeting. But if anybody's watching that hasn't subscribed to my channel, please do so. We are 40 some away from 2,000. So there's going to be a nice giveaway at that point. And
DeLorean?
Yeah, maybe like a full-size DeLorean.
Ecto 1?
Oh, let's go.
Ecto 1?
Maybe.
Really?
We'll see. No, it's not going to be like that.
He's like, no.
But my Maju cases are coming tomorrow, so I'm gonna work on getting that set up. Hopefully by the end of the week, I'm gonna be on Iron Logan's live stream this Friday night. I'm a little nervous about that because I like Fabs and more of a museum pose kind of guy. So we'll see how that goes.
Don't ever feel bad for that ever in your entire life.
Simple yet effective is what I always say.
Always. And classy.
Classy.
Right. Yes. But no, other than that, just getting the Maju cases set up. I do have the Bat Pod coming in. So I may or may not review that. But yeah, come on over. Check out the channel if you haven't already. Dante, thank you so much for the invite. And it's good seeing all of the panel tonight as well. Appreciate everything you guys do in the community. So keep it up.
Bye, Boo Boo.
Thanks. Take care.
See you guys.
Bye, Boo Boo. Take care.
And
Anthony, I know Anthony also has to leave.
Yeah, it was a momento. I have a. Yeah.
Anthony, can you stay?
What? I'm not even going to entertain that question.
So, guys, before we wrap this up, because my friend Joao is going to have his stream in 8 minutes, so I put the link in the description and also in the chat. Joao, feel free to put the link. So right after this, please jump. If we can get 100 people to his live stream, he's going to do a giveaway. So, so first super chat, $5. Sean Smith with $5. Thank you so much. Guys, Hatos, with all these delays, why worry about it? Why worry about it? Not like we're going right now. We have time to put family first. Of course, you need to make decisions. And another super chat from my friend Howard Stories, Ray, $10. Thank you so much, man. Dante and the guys, another great show. Things are always on point on these topics. And thanks for another great and informative night for collectors. No, thank you, my friend. We have to get you in the show, my friend. Maybe next Tuesday we have to coordinate that with yeah. So my final thoughts about this, real quick. So yes, I have 3 accounts, so that's what I do. I put the money there, and if I'm lucky enough, thanks God, that I can every March I put big chunk of money there, so it kind of gives me a few months of coverage, if you will, and then I start putting money, if I need it. My wife tells me,
crazy? Every time you owe me money, you always say you don't have any, and now you're telling everybody you put it away. That's selfish.
We're gonna end the live stream, guys. Thank you so much for. I don't want your shit. You owe me figures, man. Well, you know what to do, bro. What's going on?
I'm trying. Trying to figure out what to do.
I think, yeah, I know. So we're gonna end the live stream. I'm not gonna ask everyone what's going on their channel because you know what's up. All the links are down below. I want you guys to right now join this link, which is my friend's Joao's third-party reviews.
Your live friend, stream. Not friends. I'm only one.
This guy.
It's a possessive S.
Okay, so Joao left the live stream. So yeah, let's join to that. Let's go to that link, guys, right now. Let's go meet you over there. So we have a nice show. He has a very nice show prepared for you guys. So I want to say thank you, everyone.
Joao, send me the link.
Send me the link. You guys are funny.
Man.
So
no, I enjoy this stream, and I think that this last topic we need to cover more topics like this.
We need to cover more because it's important. Yeah. A lot of people ask the question, how do I do this? How can I plan? How can I budget? But yeah, to be continued. We're gonna talk about this very soon. Again, guys, please go to the link I put on the chat. Let's go to his lesson right now. See you in a minute. And as always, be well and see you around in the next video. Peace.